If you've been active on this channel for a while, like maybe for like the past couple of years, you might have noticed that I've got in my hands multiple different earbuds, earphones, headphones, you name it. And I've got to be honest that several of them were pretty good. And many of them exceeded my expectations. However, there's always going to be the problem of not being able to find the perfect headset. Talk about a headset or earbuds, which are the best at everything, like best battery life, best audio quality, best noise cancelling, best connectivity, you name it. And unfortunately, there isn't a single product which can do that. Not even Apple earbuds or Beats, or it's nearly possible to find a headset which can satisfy you on everything. And this is why there are several companies, like maybe tens of thousands of different companies out there trying to produce their own versions of earbuds. And all of them are like, hey, I'm the best one. I'm the best one at everything. But the reality is that all these companies will have an edge at a specific area. And this is where the Sanag C16s come into play. Because the other day I was looking for some earbuds that would be helpful for me, because sometimes I do intense workouts and I kind of didn't want to have the fear that the earbuds gonna fall down while working out. And this is exactly what the Sanag C16s are offering. So let's go ahead and dive into more details and see what they bring to the table. Looking at the design, I'm very happy to see the design is very simple, and the case is made out of plastic, but the design is pretty slick, I would say. And something I really like from the case is that it doesn't leave any fingerprints on the case. So when you touch the case, you open it, you close it, you take the earbuds, it's not gonna leave any fingerprints on it. That being said, you have to be careful while opening the case because it may fall off of your hands if you don't hold it properly. I like to use my fingernail to open it, but you can also use your thumbs, but just be careful. It's not gonna definitely fall down, but just keep this in mind. Behind the case, there's a small USB-C port allowing you to charge it when it runs out of battery. And Sanag provides you with a USB-C to USB cable in order to charge it. However, it doesn't provide you with a power source, and this is very common with many earbuds out there. So personally, I use my computer to charge it, or I can use my iPhone or Android plug. It also works very well. What I really like from the case is that it's very easy to remove and put the earbuds back into place. And of course, automatically as soon as you place them in, they're gonna charge. And while charging, you'll notice a small blue LED light flashing on the top of each earbud. One thing I noticed, however, that you might need to be careful is that it's very easy to leave fingerprints on the top of the earbud, so it's gonna be a good practice to clean them often. There's something that Sanag provides on these earbuds, which is quite unique to Sanag, is they provide you with a hook that wraps around your ear while wearing the earbuds. And this is a great feature because when you do your workout, you're gonna move your head like sideways or back and forth or like any direction. The last thing you want is for your earbuds to fall down and then having to look for it and like interrupt your workout, go look for the earbuds. It's gonna be quite a mess. So it's best if you have some earbuds that wrap around your ear, and the chance of them falling is pretty low. On a side note, the speaker of the earphone isn't submerged into your ear, which is something that we see with many other earbuds. It sits on the surface of the ear, and that way of designing provides you with panoramic audio, which is a more realistic type of sound of music play. And from what I experience is that they have a good tune of the bass. Also, the pitch is quite good when it comes to singing, for example. And overall, I pretty enjoyed listening to the music by using them. And behind the scenes, I did do my workout while using them, or went to the library to study while using them. I had no problems, and I found the experience quite easy to use and also very convenient because I didn't have to worry about them falling down while me doing my workout or doing anything else. And to listen to the music, you have to connect these earbuds to your phone. And thanks to the Bluetooth 4.0 technologies that Sanag brings to the C16s, the audio that you're listening has very low latency. It means that the music play or the audio play from your computer or your phone that travels to your earphones, it's going to be almost live, which gives an advantage if you play video games. For example, if you're playing multiplayer video games on your computer and you want to use the Sanag C16s for audio, not only is this a great choice, but also thanks to the low latency, you don't have to worry about delays with the audio or anything like this. And that's also very useful when you're doing your workout, because you can put the phone on the side, you don't have to have it in your pocket, because it supports up to 10 meters of distance of music play. So if you have to use different machines or different matrices on the gym, you want to do your workout, then you don't have to worry move your phone around. But if you want to do longer distances, then yes, you may need to have your phone in your pocket, but that's not a big deal. Now, for those who have seen some other reviews I've done in the past, you may have realized that my favorite part is always the battery life. Whether you use phones, earbuds, or earphones, I always want them to have the longest battery life possible. They provide up to 8 hours of single charge of battery life and up to 56 hours of total battery life on the case. That means you can charge them up to 7 times on the case. You don't have to worry about charging the case. And even if you use them just for 1 hour every single day, that can give you a battery life of up to 2 months. And that's absolutely very convenient. And even if you use them for intense use, let's say that you are a big fan of music, you're always using them for 8 hours every single day, well, 7 charges, that's gonna last you up to a week without having to worry about charging the case. And that's still very, sorry, I move my hands quite a bit. It's still very impressive, especially if you compare them with giants like Apple Earbuds or Sony, for example. And some of these companies only provide a fraction of this battery life that Sanag provides. I was a little bit disappointed about the 1.5 hours of charge time for the earphones, but you can always make it up for it. So you can always charge them over the night, and then the next day you can use them. It's not going to be a problem with that. But charging the case for 2 hours, that wouldn't be too much of a problem, because the case only requires a charge once every 7 weeks or 1 month, depending on how often you use them. If you decide to go out to town or maybe to the nearby forest and do some jogging, and it starts raining while wearing these earbuds, this is not going to be a big issue thanks to the IPX4 rating where these earphones falls into. And this rating specifies that these earbuds are splash proof and dust proof, meaning that these earphones can withstand rain or sweat or like any kind of low impact water with them. But keep in mind that this is very important, is that they're not waterproof. So you cannot take them and submerge them underwater, or if they fall into the pool or sea, then they may not work properly anymore. So very important to keep this in mind, that they're not waterproof but splash proof. And this is one confusion that some people may have. If you're also running outside and someone calls you on your phone, you can actually tap on the earbuds in order to pick up the call and just start talking to your friends. So that's not a problem. And this is a good time to do a quick test to see how good the microphone is on these earbuds. All right, so now the microphone has been switched to the Sanag C16s. As you can see, there's a small hole on each side of the earbud. And this is great thing because you can speak to your friends. Let's say you're walking on the street, someone's calling you. You want to make sure that the quality is good enough so that way they will be able to understand you, and I can confirm that that's the case. And I would like to push it a bit further. I would like to see what is like speaking if I am in a very busy area. There are a lot of people talking, passing by. So let's have a look on that. So just give me. So for example, right now, let's say that I'm outside at an event or something, or maybe a conference or something, and a lot of people talking, and my favorite friend's calling me, and she would like to speak to me. So this is how it's going to sound like. It's still you still be able to understand me pretty well. However, there's always going to be a problem if there's a lot of background noise. It's always going to be difficult. So if you don't have your hands on your phone, the earbuds will work just fine. But if it's a very important call, you want to make sure that you set every single thing without any issues, then you may need to search for a quieter room and go through the calls. Sanag provides an app which allows you to connect all of the devices that you have. Now, of course, this is only for devices come from Sanag itself, just like the C16s. And what we're going to do is very simple. We're just going to download it. You just need to make sure that you download the app, which is free from the Google Play Store and App Store. And you need to make sure that you turn on the earbuds. And if they're not on, you need to just make sure that you tap and hold on both of them in order to turn them on if they're not already. And once you go on add device, they're just very easily added thanks to the strong connectivity. Now we may need to follow some instructions in order to get the connection done. And the good thing is that they provide you with some settings that you can tweak. So for example, you can, if you prefer rock music or ultrasonic pop or just any other, or lyrics, for example, you can always just choose the option that you prefer. I always go with the SSQVP stereo because this is just a standard and I like to listen to multiple genres. If you like playing games, you can always switch this on. It just gives you just a tiny bit better experience of gameplay. Important thing, you can also check the battery life, how much you have, 100%. And you can always adjust the functionalities. For example, double tap normally means previous song on the left. Whoops, that's the right one. It's going to be the left one. So double tap on the left one is going to take you one song back, and then double tap on the right one is going to take you to the next song. And now these are some functionalities that we see often with earbuds, but if you want to change them, you can always tap on them and then you can choose what you want. And the same thing goes with triple tap. So make sure you customize them on your own liking if you have a preference. But something that's really cool I would like to show you is that you can actually track them. That's right. If you lose them, you have a map where you can see where they're located. So let's go and have a look on this. From the home screen, just press on this little magnify button and you'll be able to see where they're located. Now, if the map doesn't work, that's okay, because you can always press on the Apple Maps or default map button on your phone and you'll be able to see to locate them on the map. Besides that, you can also play a sound if you think that you're nearby them, so you'll be able to locate them. Now, although it's not very loud, but it's still loud enough if the area is quiet to be able to locate them. And there are several other functionalities such as Galaxy AI that can help you with AI voice assistant and stuff like this. Fortunately, we won't be able to explore every single one of them. For example, there is a multilingual translator, and you can choose several other languages if you want to translate. And of course, you've got some intelligence voice chat. Hello, how are you? How are you doing?
Hello. I'm doing great. It's so nice to chat with you. How about you? How's your day going?
So this is something you can try out. But of course, you can free to go ahead and explore the app and see what else it provides you. Okay, so it's time to answer the burning question. Should I go and buy them? Now, this is always a difficult question to answer. However, I would like to say with these specifically, if you're an active person, you like working out, jogging outside, or you want to have some earphones on your ear for a prolonged period of time, I would say these are actually quite worth it. Because not only they cost about $40 on Amazon, Sanag from time to time provides discounts, so you can always get them for a lower price. So definitely look out at the link down in the description. If you buy them at the right time, you may get some discounts. But on the side note, it's not only how much they cost, is what value they bring to you. And I can give several pinpoints to the value that they provide. Most importantly is the long battery life. That's something I rarely see, especially at this price range. Panoramic audio quality. Personally, I was very impressed by the sound quality. I was able to listen to my favorite songs and I had great experience. It was like using a proper headset. So I would definitely go with that. And furthermore, I like the idea of having an app because I have some friends who lost their earbuds and I couldn't able to find them. Not the Sanag, thankfully, but there were some other earbuds that they lost and they couldn't find them. And the idea of having the app be able to locate your earbuds and do some other cool stuff is definitely worth it. But of course, you have to have data on your phone in order to be able to locate them. But on that, it gives you an extra layer of security, an extra layer of comfort that if you lose them, you'll be able to get them back. But of course, don't rely on this. I mean, definitely don't try to lose them. But if you happen to lose them, then there's a chance that you will be able to get them back thanks to the app. And this is something that other companies don't do it, especially at the same price range. And ultimately, I would say go for it. Go ahead and give them a try. Maybe they will become your default to use earbuds. You never know. And in my view, I think they're worth a shot. You can definitely go ahead and get yours and then give it a try, and who knows, maybe they will be your default earbuds. Never know. In addition to that, I would like to learn a bit more about you. What is something that you're looking for when you buy earbuds? Is it the sound quality? Is it the battery life? Is it the connectivity? Just let me know down in the comments below. And if you like this video, if you found this helpful, don't forget to hit the thumbs up, and don't forget to share this with your friends if they're also deciding what earbuds they want to look for. Maybe this is going to give them a solution, maybe. And most importantly, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and don't forget the bell right next to it in order to be the first one to watch my latest videos. Thanks for watching, and as always, I'm going to see you in my next video.